Oklahoma Prepper here, bringing you another video with my 511 Covrt 18 EDC backpack. Now this is a bag I take with me every single day to work and to school. It doesn't really ever leave my side. It's something I take with me pretty much wherever I go. So I'm going to go through and show you all the outside, and then I will go through and show you all the inside and all the compartments and everything that I have. Plus I will show you pretty much everything that I carry. So, as this bag, I take it with me to school every day. It is my regular school backpack. But when I go to work as well, I do take it with me and just kind of have it by my side. But mostly it is a school backpack. Now, a lot of this stuff in here is school oriented. So you'll notice a lot of pencils and pens and calculators and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, it is all for my school stuff. So starting on the outside of the bag, I'll kind of go around the outside and show you all the different features of all that stuff. Then I'll dive into the inside, show you all the inside, and I'll talk about some of the stuff that I carry with me on a daily basis. So, starting on the side here on the left and on the right, we have both mesh pockets for drinks. So for me, I carry my water bottle and my coffee bottle. So they're both made by Hydro Flask. I really love them. As you can see, I really like to put stickers on the outside of them, but this is my water one, so that carries all my water. And this is a little bit wider mouth, and this is my smaller coffee one. And I drink a lot of Death Wish coffee. It's really strong because I need a lot of strong coffee. But as you can tell, I like to put a lot of stickers and vinyl decals on the outside to kind of personalize them. So the mesh pockets do include a bungee pull tab. So you can adjust it if you need to put some kind of shoes in them, like your gym shoes or bigger or smaller water bottles, you definitely can. So there's a lot of features about this bag, mainly the fact that it has 500D Cordura nylon. The main storage area itself is about 19 inches in height. The length is probably about 12 and a half inches long, and the depth itself in the main storage is about 6.5 inches. Fully packed. Now the secondary compartment right here in the front, that has a 11-inch height. It is 9.5 inches long and about 2.5 inches deep on that part as well. So here in the front we have some daisy chain webbing. So if you need to put any kind of carabiner on it, you can lash anything to it. Heck, you can even loop some shot cord through it and use it as a kind of a bungee holder for whatever you have. So as you can tell, I have a Night Eyes S-peener, and I can use it to clip a water bottle to, or gloves, or really just whatever I want to. I can clip it to this and use this as an outside lashing point. So getting into this main kind of front pouch here, you would think at first it's an admin pouch, but it actually isn't. It's a gigantic, I'll take this stuff out and go over it in a bit. It's a gigantic just field of MOLLE. So whatever you want to put in here that has MOLLE webbing in it, anything from magazine pouches to any kind of first aid kit, med kit you have, anything that's MOLLE you can strap into here, and even the Velcro itself is actually MOLLE. It's hard to tell because I have patches on them, but it is MOLLE all the way through. Now the cool thing about this bag that I'll briefly mention is the fact that this is designed to roll down. Now this part in the front is meant to roll down because of the MOLLE webbing. So what it's designed to do, if you use these little kind of tabs here on the bottom, you can actually roll this down all the way like so, and there are some little pull tabs here on the bottom you can grab, and these little pull tabs right here you can actually loop through and bring them over and kind of roll this down as a little rolled up kind of pouch. Now 511's reasoning for this is because they want this as kind of an undercover bag. So if you have some pistol mags in here or some any kind of ammo mag in there and a MOLLE pouch, it's designed for you to roll down and for a teammate of yours to stack up behind you and get some ammo is what I remember the information about this thing. So that's kind of the design for this. It's kind of a roll down little pouch accessory. So I don't have a ton of complaints about this bag. There are a few. Mainly it's this admin pouch right here. This is actually where all your pens and pencils and all your admin stuff is kept, and to me it's a little too small. I don't really care for the size of it. Then again, I do use it as a backpack, and this isn't really primarily designed to be a backpack. But if I could change one thing about this bag, I would actually make this part the admin pouch. Get rid of all the MOLLE, I don't need any of that. And not make that the admin pouch because it is pretty small. I do manage to make everything fit. I can fit a calculator, some pens and pencils in there, which is what all I use. But it is kind of tiny. So one of my few complaints about this is how small the admin pouch is. Now getting into the side part here, on both sides we have these compression straps, which are really nice. So if you have a big load, you can buckle them or unbuckle them if you need to. I always keep mine buckled just in case. I'm always switching out the amount of gear that I have in here, usually daily when I go to school, switching out stuff for different books if I'm going to bring my laptop to school or whatever. So the compression straps are really, really nice. On the side here, you'll notice that the whole bag, every zipper pull has this 511 kind of pull tab here. Except for one, well on both sides, on one, you have these regular paracord zippers right here. Now these are to kind of indicate to you that this is kind of a hidden compartment. So inside of here, you have, and this is a pass-through, unlike the front pouch, this is a pass-through, you have this hidden kind of gun storage compartment right inside here. So as you can see from here on the inside of this pouch, there is Velcro backing back here. So you can put whatever kind of holster you have or any kind of mag pouches you want. Just throw whatever you want on here. Another complaint of mine about this bag though is how small this is. This is probably only about 3 or 4 inches tall and not very wide, probably about 7 or 8 inches wide. I wish it was a little bit bigger. I have tried to attach a holster onto here. And with the gun and everything else in there on the Velcro, it does kind of take up a lot of room, and having more Velcro would be nice so I could space it more out. Having to kind of put all this stuff I have Velcro-wise really close together on this kind of is not good. But it's not really that big of a deal. I don't really use it that much for concealed carry. You can. This is a concealed carry kind of area, so if you want to, you can. But it is kind of hard to get if you have multiple Velcro things to put onto here. Kind of hard to get it all on there. So you'll see right here that the straps, when they come down, they actually meet at this point right here as a grab handle, and this is what they call a yoke style shoulder harness, or the way that they use the straps, which is really nice. So it's a good pickup point, it's a good drag point if you need to. It's really nice and sturdy and kind of comfortable to hold on to. The pads or the straps themselves are very, very padded. It's kind of this open cell looking foam. And it does allow for moisture to wick pretty well, so if you ever get kind of sweaty, it will wick away pretty well, and is nice and padded and very thick. You have these kind of webbing nylon straps here, so if you need to route like a water bladder through here, you can just loop it through this way. Now, for this part right here, if you look real close, it's actually Velcro. You can actually undo. Now this is made for looping MOLLE style pouches on the outside, so if you need to, if they have some kind of covert pouch, like a cell phone pouch or whatever, you can use this strap to loop through it and kind of create a nice, tight, snug, woven bag here on the front if you ever need to access anything real quick. It does have this nice big air channel right here in the middle, and surrounding it is again the same kind of cushiony foam stuff that is on the same strap. So this is good for, again, for moisture wicking and for support against your back. Now down here we have this really kind of sticky rubber, and this is designed to kind of stay on your back a little bit better so it's not sloshing and moving around. A downside to that though is if you're putting it back on and you have a jacket or shirt on and you start walking, it could start to ride up. I have had that happen to me before, so just be careful, make sure your stuff doesn't start riding up because that rubber will pull it up. So here in this back panel, you can unzip it here, and this is actually kind of twofold. It does two things. This right here adds rigidity, so there's a plastic insert in here that kind of keeps the backpack rigid, and this also is a storage kind of pouch for a water bladder. So if you have something from Camelback or Platypus or whatever that has a water bladder, you can put it in here. This is your Velcro strap up top to loop it to and kind of keep it up so it doesn't move around. And then you can loop it up through here, through this little pass-through, and you can put your water bladder that goes out here and put it down your straps. This plastic insert back here is removable, so if you don't want it, you want your backpack to be kind of floppier and not more rigid, you can definitely take this out. But I do like having it in there. I just like having a rigid back to kind of keep everything secure, especially when I'm walking around with my laptop and lots of books and stuff. It's good to have a lot of support to kind of keep all of that up. And then the final outside pouch is this zippered cell phone or sunglass pocket. It is felt lined, which is really nice. It's really nice and soft. It's pretty big. If I pull it out here, you can kind of tell there's a good amount of depth to it, which is nice. The zipper actually is kind of cool because you can pull it from either side. So left or right, there is 2 zippers. So whatever side you want to access it from, you can. Both zippers work really well for me. All the zippers on this bag, by the way, are YKK. So they are really nice and smooth. They work really well. The pull tabs on here are really nice. They are paracord with a plastic 511 branded pull tab. Some things I don't have a reason for. Some things I just kind of found and threw into there just to see if it fits and to have with me as extras. Some stuff really does serve a purpose though, so I will get into that. So the first thing I will get into is this front pouch, and in here I have this small little lock picking set. Now I actually, to be honest, I'll be honest with you, I really don't really know how to use it. I've watched some lock picking videos and I've kind of tried on some tester stuff, but I'm not really good at it. I just kind of have it there just in case I happen to know, what to do, or somebody around knows what to do with it. I promise I'm not using it to break in. So if you're watching this, no, I do not use it to break anything into anything illegally. I just have it there just in case if I need to get into my car, or maybe if someone's stuck in a building, I can get them out, or just whatever. There's lots of reasons, escape and evasion, all that kind of stuff. The second pocket on the front, which like I said earlier is not a pass-through, I have some kind of cards in here, and I'll show you what they are. If I can pull them all out. Here. So I have this pocket monkey. It's a nice little thin card. There's a lot of little uses on here. Everything from a little called orange slicer peeler knife. There's a headphone wraparound right here. Bottle opener, hex bit wrench. There's a letter opener, a flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, another flathead screwdriver, a ruler. Just a lot of little stuff on here. Oh, this part's really cool too. You can put a credit card through here and then kind of prop it up and use this as a cell phone stand as well, which is really cool. So a lot of little uses for this. My wallet's kind of too small to put this in, so I just threw it in my backpack. But if I ever need to use it, a lot of little tools on here. It's really cool. I like little multi-tool stuff. Then I have these Azula Gear survival tip cards. So there's a lot of stuff on here like escape and evasion tips, E&E camouflage, how to cross a river the right way. Just really a lot of stuff. Morse code, signals to put to ground to air signals. I know I don't really ever need this. I'm not going to really ever be a fugitive on the run or escape and evasion, but it's just nice to have. I bought it for a few bucks at a store nearby, and I was like, I'll just throw it in my backpack. So whatever. It's just in there if I need it. Just some good little information about fire building and water and stuff. You'll never know if you're ever going to need it, so it's there. I have in here a few things. This is kind of the main one that I keep a lot of my big stuff in. So here in the front, kind of have this big old Adventure medical kits called a .9. This is their ultralight, watertight medical kit. So good little bag to have. A lot of stuff in here. This they say can treat 1 to 4 people in a group. So if anything's happening on campus and anybody needs any kind of medical attention, I can get to them pretty easily and quickly right there without waiting for an ambulance. Inside here, what I did was I cut the card out that listed everything on it from the manufacturer that came with the packaging, and I kind of cut it out and put it in the front. So if I ever need to get to it, I need to find out what's in it, or somebody else needs to use it, here's all the information right here in the front. You can kind of actually see the front of it and see what's in it. I think I've used like a Band-Aid out of here once that I was bleeding, whatever. But for the most part, everything in here is still intact, which is nice. I have this Granite Gear. This is an air zip sack. It is a 1 liter, and this is their medium size. I actually got the idea for this from the Urban Prepper. He used a lot of these air zip sacks for stuff, and I have used them in other places as well. It's a very lightweight, almost translucent, see-through ripstop fabric, and it has a watertight or a waterproof zipper here on the front, which is really nice. Inside of it is my charging station. So in here I have a wall plug-in. I have this Anchor Power Core Plus Mini. So it's a little battery charger. I will be getting a bigger one soon. This is the one I had laying around, so I threw it in here. This is a 3,350 mega amp, which is really good to have. It'll probably get my phone. I have an iPhone 6 Plus, 6S Plus, from dead to full charge. She'll probably do it once, maybe half, who knows. And then I have a power core, or an Anchor braided power cable. It's probably about a foot and a half long. Just nice to have for charging my phone if I'm ever around campus or at work. My phone starts dying, I can have a way to charge it. Also here in the front, I have this Petzl headlamp. I think this is the Tactica. It has 3 nights. It has 3 settings, so high, medium, and low, and a strobe as well. It has these kind of covers or pullovers I can do for red light if I need to, if I want red light to preserve my night vision. There's also a blue one back here as well on the head strap, so if I ever want to use that and use blue light, I can just replace it on here. The headlamp was good because if I'm ever at work or at school and the power goes out at wherever I'm at, I still have a way of seeing without needing to pull my cell phone out and drain the battery on that and use the flashlight and all that kind of stuff. So it's good to be hands-free to use that for if the power ever goes out. We have a lot of ice storms here that can knock a lot of power lines down here in Oklahoma. So if the power ever goes out on campus, which it has, and I've been in class when it happens, it's good to have a way to have light. Right here I have my SOG multi-tool. It is the Power Lock. It is one of my favorite multi-tools. People have always kind of used Gerber or Leatherman, and there's nothing wrong with either of those brands. I just happen to like this one a lot. I like the gear mechanism of how it opens. It's really reliable in my opinion than a regular lock or hinge that you see on like Gerbers and Leathermans. This to me just works a lot better. It's got a good pair of pliers, seatbelt cutter like a V cut. It's got everything else is standard for your regular multi-tool. I like having this on me at all times. It's good to have in case I need to, any regular multi-tool needs. And then over here, got this actually at Target. It is a flashlight. It is a light here. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is red. It is a flashing light if I ever need to, and it is off. And it also has a whistle on the end right here. So if I want to, I can blow on that end, and it has a whistle. Just a little cheap thing I got at Target for a few bucks. There's a pair of them, so it's good just to have for there. You're probably noticing why my flag is backwards. I actually wore that flag on my shirt uniform at work because there was a Velcro patch on my right shoulder. We were able to put whatever kind of morale patches or flag is on there. So because the stars always go forward, I had it on my right shoulder. So if anybody's watching and wondering why it's backwards, that's because why. That's why. And I have another random keep calm and return fire patch right there. So up here in the admin pouch is where I keep all my pens and pencils and calculator and supplies and that kind of stuff. Like I said earlier, I wish it was bigger. Can't really complain though because that's not really the design of the backpack to be a school backpack, but it does work, so I do make it work. So I have this Write in the Rain memo book. This is really nice to have if I need to write any notes down. You never know if you're ever going to need to write any kind of information down. I have my TI-84 Plus Texas Instruments calculator. I am a computer science major and I am in some advanced math, so having this graphing calculator is definitely needed for my major. And then also I have a bunch of pens and pencils and Sharpies and highlighters. I just throw random writing utensils in here. As you can tell from my other previous video, I have a lot of writing utensils. I'm kind of a big fan of pens and cool stuff like that. Attached to the key fob here, I have some stuff dangling off. So I have on here a hand sanitizer right here. I have this Night Eyes little doohickey is what it's called, just little pry bar, bottle opener, and hex bit wrench. Seems to be a hex bit wrench on everything. And then I have this Leatherman Style CS. So it's a little Leatherman multi-tool. It's got a bottle opener right here on the hinge point. It does open up to be a pair of scissors if I need to, and it has a blade on the side right here if I need to use a blade. It has a nail file on the other end right here and a flathead screwdriver on top. and it has a little pair of tweezers right inside here. So if I ever need to use a pair of tweezers, I can right there. So that's attached to the key fob on this pocket right here. On the back part here, I think if I remember right, this flap comes out, and I think I've tried putting patches on here. They say it's for identification if you need to put like a SWAT or police or sheriff kind of patch on there. So again, when you're using this pouch right here to roll down with your Molly pouches for your ammo and stuff like that, it's an indicator to show who you are. So I think this is really more for an undercover person to kind of use. You can remove this right here. You can remove this little flap right here. This is just a strap of nylon, not really any use for it. I guess you can get your patch and attach it to this little holder right there. So in addition to all the pins and pencils, I do have this small Kubotan in here, right here from H&K. So it's a little Kubotan glass breaker tip. If I ever find myself without any of my weapons on campus, which they say you're not really supposed to, I do have this. It is a glass breaker tip. I can use it in self-defense if I need to. It looks like a pin, so it kind of goes in my pin pocket. But if I need to, like I said, I can use that as a self-defense tool. Space in here, and with the compression straps, you can put a lot of stuff inside of here. It does clamshell, for the most part, almost all the way open. So if you need to, you can use it to lay down on the side and kind of stack stuff in here, which is really good to have, so that way you can actually get to the bottom without having to dig and pull everything out all at the same time. So in the main compartment, right back here, we have a padded laptop sleeve. So you can throw your laptop into here. This is pretty thick foam padding. This is really good. I put my laptop in here, and it does fit pretty well. I do have a 17-inch laptop, so if you have one that size, be wary and be cautious because it is a tight fit. If you have anything in this sunglass pocket here and it's full, and you try to put something like a laptop in here that's 17-inch, it's going to be tight and it may not work. So for those of you that want this bag, that have a 17-inch laptop, but would also fill this up, the sunglass pocket, just a word of warning to you. On the bottom here, I do have my Maxpedition skinny organizer. I did a video about that earlier, and I will link to it below. You can watch that, but this goes with me everywhere. Like I said in my video, this goes in every bag. The only reason that's the only thing in there is because I don't want to bore you with showing you my school folders and books and stuff like that. They're not really important. They change out all the time anyways. I'm in 5 different classes, so they're constantly changing throughout the day, and every different day has different classes. So here in these front 2 pouches, you have 2 kind of see-through mesh zippered pockets here. In them, I keep a few survival items and some kind of morale stuff as well. On this bottom pouch here, I keep a pair of playing cards. So if I ever have some friends around, we want to play a game of cards, we definitely can play some cards and have a good time. I also keep this mini med pack. So this has a bunch of different little self-contained medical pouches. So I have some aspirin, some Diamode, some Diatame, some Diafen, Medilite, and APAP. So anything from if I have a headache to stomach problems, or if I'm feeling dehydrated, anything like that, I have a bunch of small little pills to kind of help me with that. I have a pair of these little rubber work gloves. So my friend gave them to me, my coworker. They are good for if I ever come across anybody with maybe blood on them and I need to help them out, but I don't want to get any blood on me. I can put these gloves on. They are rubber on this part, and then kind of like a stretchy cotton fabric on this end. If a tree blows over or any kind of debris gets happened on campus, I can help kind of move it with these work gloves. They're just lots of different purposes for having gloves. And then the same coworker also gave me some of these little N95 respirators, so I can throw one of these on my face. There is a metal strip here to kind of conform it to my face. But if there is any kind of smoke or debris outside, or maybe if somebody's sick, or maybe I'm sick, I don't want to get anybody else sick or get sick from them. So I can throw one of those masks on and make sure that my face and mouth is completely covered. Items. So I have some of these Justin's peanut butter. If I ever get hungry and I'm on campus and I really need to eat something, but I have no food or no time to eat, I can just kind of eat one of those real quick. I have regular peanut butter, and I also have chocolate hazelnut. So just something I can kind of use if I ever actually find some bread in like the cafeteria, or if I go somewhere like a little food court on campus, I can grab some bread and spread it on there and just have a little quick little meal or snack. I also have a flat pack of this duct tape. I got it on Amazon. Came in a 2-pack. I have the other one in my bug out bag. I actually have used it a lot, but it's just a nice little flat pack of duct tape if I ever need to use it. Duct tape has 1,000,001 different uses, so having that nearby is also good. I have this Sea to Summit fork. So again, if I'm ever on campus and I need to eat anything, but there just happens to be out of silverware or whatever, if I just want to eat something quick, I do have a fork that I can use to eat my meal. I have this Goo energy gel. It's called the Roctane Ultra Endurance. It is a strawberry kiwi flavored. So this is good if I need any energy, if I'm on campus and I'm really tired and I just need some energy to get through my class. I definitely can use that. 2 more things in here. I have this small little green Bic lighter. So if I ever need a lot of fire, it's always good to have a way of lighting fire on you no matter what, no matter where you are. Have a way of lighting fire on you. It's going to save your life one day. And finally, I have this P51 can opener. So if I ever need to use this as a impromptu can opener, if I ever come across a can on campus, I need to eat something real quick, but there's no can opener nearby, I can definitely use that and open the can. And I will be doing a video probably sometime in the future describing how to use most of these survival items. I know some of you watching this have never even heard of a P51 can opener or anything like that, and you don't know how to use one. I will make a video soon describing how to use all that, as well as the other items in my bag. So that is pretty much it, guys. That's the rest of the whole bag. There's not really much else on the bag that I can think of to kind of go over. Another kind of complaint on the bag, I guess if I had to point one out, is the fact that they do have these belt straps here on the waist. Well, not straps, they're places to put a belt. But going over 511's website, I cannot find any belt to put on there. So it's nice that they have a way of attaching a hip belt, but they don't really sell one. So it'd be kind of nice if they did actually provide one of those, or at least have the option to buy one. This is as a kind of covert backpack. There's no MOLLE on the outside of this. Nothing about this really screams tactical to the average person. It does look like a normal backpack, so it is good for if you need to hide a concealed carry weapon on you, or if you are an undercover agent and you need a way of having access to ammo and all that kind of stuff, but quickly. It is a great backpack for that as well. If you are just a regular college student or whatever kind of student, it is good for that purpose as well. As an EDC backpack, I do like it a lot. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7 or an 8. There's a few things about it, like I said, that kind of I don't like about it, but that's just because it's me. Nothing really particularly wrong with the bag, but there's a few things that I particularly would change around myself. So if you really enjoyed the video, I definitely appreciate a like. If you want to follow me more, you can subscribe. You can find me more on social media, on Facebook. I am Oklahoma Prepper. On there, on Instagram, I'm Oklahoma Prepper, and on Twitter, I am also Oklahoma Prepper. So thanks for watching, and have a good day, guys.